Let's cut the fluff. You're here because you want to make money online. You're tired of watching other people win while you feel stuck. You see the success stories, the screenshots, the flashy results, but deep down you wonder, is this even possible for me? The answer? Yes. But only if you're willing to stop making excuses, stop overthinking, and start executing. The first and most important step to making money online has nothing to do with business models, strategies, or tools. It has everything to do with your mindset. Before you make your first dollar, before you pick a niche, before you even think about success, you need to get your mind right. Because the truth is, most people lose before they even start. They sabotage themselves with doubt, fear, and excuses. They think they're not smart enough, not talented enough, not lucky enough, and that's exactly why they stay stuck. Look around. The internet is filled with opportunities. People are making money every single day through content creation, affiliate marketing, freelancing, and e-commerce. Yet so many people hesitate. They tell themselves, I don't know where to start, or what if I fail, or what if people judge me? That mindset is the real reason you're not making money online. Not the market, not the competition, not the algorithm. Failure is guaranteed. Let's get that out of the way. You will fail at something. You will make mistakes. You will have moments where you feel like nothing is working. But failure isn't what stops people. What stops them is quitting too soon. The people who win online aren't the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. They're just the ones who refuse to give up. They don't let a failed ad campaign, a slow month, or a negative comment stop them. They adjust, learn, and keep going. You have to rewire your brain to see failure as part of the process, not the end of it. Every mistake teaches you something. Every setback is a test of how bad you really want it. If you let self-doubt take over, you'll find every excuse in the book to stay in the same place. But if you shift your mindset to expect challenges and push through them, you'll start seeing progress. Then there's the fear of judgment. Too many people never start because they're worried about what others will think. They don't post that first video because they're scared people will laugh. They don't start that business because they're afraid their friends won't take them seriously. But ask yourself, who are you living for? The opinions of people who aren't even chasing their own dreams? Or the moment you stop caring about outside judgment is the moment you actually start moving forward. Another major mindset block is patience. Everybody wants to make money fast. They see a YouTube video titled, How I Made $10,000 in 1 month, and think they can replicate that overnight. But what they don't see is the years of effort behind it. The late nights, the failed attempts, the persistence. If you go into this expecting instant success, you will quit the moment it takes longer than you thought. The truth is, real money, sustainable, life-changing money takes time. You need to be willing to play the long game. So, how do you actually fix your mindset? First, commit to action. Stop waiting for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. The only way to build confidence is by doing. You don't get good at something by thinking about it. You get good by practicing, failing, and improving. Second, surround yourself with the right influences. If you spend all day listening to people who complain and make excuses, you will become like them. If you consume content from winners, people who are actually doing the work, you will start thinking differently. Finally, remind yourself every day that this is possible. You don't need permission. You don't need a special talent. You just need to start and keep going. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. One group keeps pushing while the other group finds a reason to quit. Which one will you be? Most people fail to make money online not because they don't have the skills or resources, but because they can't commit to one thing long enough to see results. They jump from idea to idea, constantly chasing the next big thing instead of sticking with one proven model and mastering it. This is why so many people stay stuck. They get excited about drop shipping, then quit after a few weeks because they didn't make money fast enough. They switch to affiliate marketing, but when they don't see results right away, they move on to freelancing. The cycle continues, and months or even years go by without making real progress. The truth is, you don't need a brand new revolutionary idea to succeed online. You just need to take a business model that already works and go all in on it. The internet has created unlimited ways to make money, but at its core, almost every successful online business falls into one of 4 categories: selling products, selling services, selling attention, or selling knowledge. The key is to pick one and execute relentlessly. One of the most popular ways to make money online is selling products. This includes e-commerce, drop shipping, and print-on-demand businesses. You find a product people want, set up an online store, and drive traffic to it through social media or paid ads. This model works, but it requires commitment. You'll need to research products, test different ads, and refine your store. The people who fail are the ones who give up after one bad week. The ones who succeed are the ones who adapt and keep improving. Then there's selling services. You have a skill, whether it's graphic design, video editing, writing, programming, or social media management. You can sell that skill online as a freelancer. Platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, and even social media give you access to clients all over the world. But here's the mistake most people make. They create a profile, send a few proposals, don't get immediate responses, and assume it doesn't work. The reality is freelancing takes time to build momentum. The ones who make serious money in this space are the ones who treat it like a business, constantly improving their skills, optimizing their profiles, and networking to get consistent clients. Another powerful way to make money is by selling attention. This is what influencers, YouTubers, and content creators do. They build an audience, then monetize that audience through sponsorships, affiliate marketing, or digital products. The problem? Most people quit because they're obsessed with short-term results. They post a few videos, don't get views, and assume it's not for them. But if you look at the biggest creators, they didn't blow up overnight. They stayed consistent for months or even years before things took off. If you choose this path, you have to be willing to play the long game. Lastly, they're selling knowledge. This includes creating online courses, coaching, or writing ebooks. If you have expertise in something, whether it's fitness, marketing, real estate, or even a hobby, you can package that knowledge and sell it. But again, the key is commitment. Too many people start creating a course, second-guess themselves, and never launch. They let imposter syndrome take over, thinking, who am I to teach this? The ones who win are the ones who push past those doubts and put their content out there anyway. No matter which model you choose, the formula for success is the same. Pick one, focus, and go all in. If you're constantly jumping from one thing to the next, you'll never build the momentum needed to succeed. Every business model requires time, effort, and persistence. If you expect instant success, you'll quit at the first sign of struggle. But if you commit to learning, adapting, and improving, success isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The biggest reason people fail to make money online isn't a lack of opportunities or knowledge. It's a lack of patience and work ethic. Most people expect quick results, and when they don't see immediate success, they quit. They post a few videos, run one ad, send a couple of emails, and when nothing happens, they assume it doesn't work. That's the mindset of someone who will never succeed. The people who actually make it, they're the ones who understand that this game takes time. They put in the work every single day, even when there's no reward in sight. Making money online is no different from anything else in life. You have to be willing to grind. Look at the most successful entrepreneurs, content creators, and online business owners. None of them made it overnight. They spent years testing, failing, learning, and improving before they saw serious results. But most people don't want to hear that. They want shortcuts, hacks, and easy money, and that's exactly why they fail. The internet is flooded with fake success stories, making it seem like everyone is getting rich instantly. You see someone post, "I made $10,000 in my first month doing drop shipping," and assume that's normal. What you don't see are the months, or even years, they spent failing before that moment. What you don't see is the testing, the losses, the late nights, and the constant adjustments they had to make. Everyone wants success, but very few people are willing to endure the process that leads to it. You need to shift your mindset from "how can I make money fast" to "how can I get so good at this that success becomes inevitable?" The first approach leads to frustration and quitting. The second approach guarantees results over time. The key is consistency. The people who make serious money online are the ones who show up every single day, even when they don't feel like it. They create content, they test new strategies, they refine their skills, and they keep pushing even when there's no immediate reward. Another major reason people fail is that they give up the second they hit an obstacle. Maybe they launch an online store and don't get any sales in the first week. Instead of figuring out what's wrong, tweaking their ads, improving their product descriptions, or testing different strategies, they assume it doesn't work and move on to something else. This is why most people never see results. Success isn't about avoiding obstacles, it's about learning how to overcome them. Let's talk about effort. Most people think they're working hard, but they're really just going through the motions. They'll watch a bunch of YouTube videos about making money online, but never actually take action. Or they'll put in minimal effort and expect maximum results. If you're serious about changing your financial situation, you need to put in real work. That means going beyond the surface level, actually implementing what you learn and putting in the hours. Patience is another major key. You can't expect to see life-changing results in a few weeks or even a few months. The people making 6 or 7 figures online didn't get there by being impatient. They stayed focused, consistent, and willing to adapt. If you're not willing to put in a year or more of consistent effort, you're not cut out for this. The bottom line is this: if you want to make money online, you have to work harder, stay more consistent, and be more patient than 99% of people. Most people will quit. Most people will make excuses. Most people will look for an easier way. But the ones who stick with it, who grind when no one is watching, and who refuse to quit, they're the ones who will succeed. The only question is, are you one of them? Making money online is one thing. Keeping it and growing it is another. Most people make a little money and immediately get comfortable. They start spending instead of reinvesting, thinking they've made it. That's why so many people stay stuck in the cycle of making money and losing it just as fast. If you want long-term success, you need to be smart about how you handle your earnings. The people who win in this game aren't the ones who make a quick buck. They're the ones who use their money as a tool to grow even bigger. The biggest mistake people make when they start making money online is treating it like a one-time win instead of a long-term game. They make their first $500 or $1,000 and immediately celebrate. They spend it on new clothes, gadgets, or a vacation, thinking, "I'll just make more." But they never do because they don't reinvest into their business. If you want to scale, you need to take the money you make and put it back into what's working. You need to take the money you make and put it back into what's working. That means better tools, more marketing, better content, and improving your skills. If you're doing drop shipping or e-commerce, reinvesting means testing more products, running better ads, and improving your store's design and functionality. Too many people find one winning product, make a few $1,000s, and then stop trying to grow. Instead of scaling, they coast. And that's why they fail. The real winners take their profits and double down. They invest in data, hire help, and refine their strategies to turn a few $1,000s into tens or even hundreds of thousands. If you're freelancing, reinvesting means upgrading your skills, getting better equipment, and improving your personal brand. Let's say you're a video editor. You start making money editing basic YouTube videos. A smart freelancer doesn't stay at that level. They reinvest in better software, take courses to learn advanced editing techniques, and increase their rates. Before they know it, they're working with high-paying clients and charging double or triple what they started with. The ones who don't reinvest, they stay stuck doing low-paying gigs, wondering why they're not growing. For content creators, reinvesting means improving production quality, learning better storytelling, and expanding their audience reach. The biggest YouTubers, podcasters, and influencers didn't start with the best equipment. They started small, made money, and put that money back into making better content. They didn't just pocket their first big check and get lazy. They used it to grow. That's why they're dominating today. And then there's education. One of the most underrated investments you can make. The internet changes fast. Algorithms change, markets shift, new trends emerge. If you're not constantly learning, you're falling behind. The best entrepreneurs are obsessed with getting better. They read books, take courses, attend events, and stay ahead of the curve. They understand that knowledge compounds, and the more they know, the more money they can make. On the flip side, the people who refuse to reinvest get stuck. They keep doing the same thing, wondering why their income has plateaued. They make just enough to survive, but never enough to thrive. They become complacent, and complacency is the beginning of failure. The goal isn't just to make money, it's to build something that lasts. If you reinvest wisely, your online business becomes an asset that keeps growing. If you don't, you'll always be chasing your next dollar, stuck in survival mode. The choice is yours. Do you want short-term wins or long-term wealth? If it's the latter, start reinvesting, because the people who do, they're the ones who dominate.